Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking with Kat and Steph.
Hi.
It's fall. I know we talked about this last week, but
I know, but it's actually feeling like fall now.
it is. And my allergies are screaming that it's fall also. So we wanted to talk about the immune system today.
Yes.
And
because your immune system is so important
so important.
at keeping you healthy.
We need more immune support, and most people, they go straight to vitamin C supplements and things they put in their water, and I want to steer clear from that
Okay.
because most of those vitamin C supplements are made from corn, and the research is showing they're not effective. So we want to do some things that are going to be effective for supporting your immune system.
Right. And it's not just about vitamin C.
It's not. You're so right. You could not have said truer words.
I've got to go take care of something really quick.
I am recovering from a cold. My allergies have been crazy bad since last Wednesday. I'm sure some of you, if you're watching, remember. I was fighting off a little cough. I feel better today. Mucinex is my best friend. But how do we get our immune systems back on track? Hi, Megan. I see a few of you on as well. Please say hello. If you need help with your immune system and you struggle with dysphagia, put me in the comment section. I'm going to finish chopping my garlic so we can get this show on the road. So, Steph, what are we making?
We had our recipe club for our membership program
On Monday.
This week.
It was 2 days ago. It seems like a different lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Look. We won't even talk about that.
We won't.
That was this week. Okay, so we
Yes.
had the recipe club this week, and I was very intrigued by one of the recipes, and this is it. And it is a carrot ginger soup with roasted vegetables.
Yep.
So we are making it.
Yep. So, first secret weapon, garlic.
Always.
Always. Hi and me. Hi. Hi. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, why is garlic such a powerhouse for your immune system? Do we know the answer?
I do not. That's
So-
why I have you. Tell me.
So, garlic is one of those superfoods. Hello from the north. Hello from the Midwest. So
She's almost in the North Pole, though.
she almost is. Yeah, it's a long way up there.
Hi, Katie Lynn.
Yeah. My allergies have been horrible too. Coughing. Yes. Marsha, I am with you. I have not had allergies this bad in years. And last Wednesday, it had just rained for like 2 or 3 days. And then the pollen was super high.
It's been a really, really super hot summer. And then it rained. And then fall hit.
Yeah. Yeah. And this week has been rough for me, for my respiratory system. And of course, it being post-COVID,
Yep.
everyone's like, I think you even said it to me last week, you have the vid. And I was like, no, I don't. I took a COVID test on Thursday morning. I did not have COVID. Yeah. So Mucinex, I finally listened today after suffering for a week. And it helped. But I prefer to do things a little bit more naturally if I can, right?
Absolutely.
So garlic is antibacterial. Hi, Brittany. It is also one of those foods that helps, when you eat it regularly, it helps your blood pressure. It helps your cardiovascular system work more efficiently so it can carry, because your blood vessels are what carries things to the parts of your body that needs it. So when your cardiovascular system is working well, which garlic supports, your body can get those things to the parts that it needs. So garlic. And then ginger. So
I love ginger.
ginger is just one of those things that I don't think we use enough, right? So she's cutting off the skin. You can also use a spoon to like scrape it off. I also have ginger paste if you don't want to do that, because some people just want the easy way out, and that's why I bought
Which
this.
is fine.
Yeah.
I just happen to have this.
I know, which is fantastic. So ginger is super fibrous. So I want to use this actually to compare the texture.
Yeah.
Because I know when it comes to dysphagia, sometimes you worry about the extra fiber that are in certain things. So I'm going to heat up our pot. I'm going to put it on 2 low-ish. So we're going to start with garlic and the ginger, and then I have green onions or scallions. Dry ginger powder will give you good flavor. It doesn't have as strong of benefits as the fresh, but it is still beneficial for your immune system and for your gut health as a dried ginger powder. So I even have been adding ground ginger to my tea. So it's a really, really great option.
I drink ginger kombucha.
Oh, one of my favorites. Yes. You can still hear me holding in a cough sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's better than it was. But okay. So we're going to heat some olive oil up. We're going to do some ginger, some garlic, and then our scallions or green onions. So green onions, I cut the white part up to about here. And then I have the green part separated. And then green onions are in that same onion category. Also, good source of fiber. They are just beneficial in a lot of the same ways as garlic. Sorry, my brain stopped for a second.
I'm letting you chop it.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to cut. So I don't know if you can see there are some fibers sticking out here. So I'm cutting it across those fibers to shorten the strands so that it will cook faster and puree easier. How much do we need? I'll do so one of the things I took an herbal medicine making class when I was getting my bachelor's for my nutrition degree. And one of the things we made was homemade cough syrup. And we used 2 different things. We used ginger or red onion. And you slice it super, super thin, and you layer it in a jar with sugar. Ginger, sugar, onion, sugar, onion, sugar. And then the sugar pulls out all the juice, and you end up with natural cough syrup.
Well, have you ever heard that if you put a cut onion in the room of someone that is sick, face up, that it absorbs the
bacteria?
Yeah.
I have heard that. It's disgusting.
I'm sure the room smells terrible, but who cares?
But if it works,
like while you're sleeping.
Yeah. Because so they also say that's the reason that when you have a food like potato salad that has onions in it and you take it to a picnic, it's not to leave it out, because it's not about the mayonnaise that will give you food poisoning. It's about the onion, because the onion attracts bacteria. Yeah.
Well, how about that?
So we want to use onions quickly after we cut them up. We don't want to let them sit. Okay. All right. So, ooh. I like it. It's nice and soft already.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, is it pungent?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. It seems pure.
I like it.
There's nothing added to it. Well, I may have lied.
Okay. So our pan is hot. Olive oil. So let's talk about that too, because that's not in the recipe, but I want to add it. What about pre-diced onion at the grocery store? Megan, if you get pre-diced onion, I want you to make sure it was cut recently. So it should have been cut within a day or 2.
Or frozen. You can buy bags of frozen.
Absolutely.
Chopped.
Absolutely.
Onions. You don't want to chop
You just
it.
don't want it to be like 3 or more days old. You want it to be as fresh as possible. So buy the one that was cut the most recently with the most recent date on it. Okay, I'm just gonna shift this right into our pot.
All right, so turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric.
Turmeric is
A potent anti-inflammatory. But I'm taking it off the heat because our garlic will get cooked real fast.
Very fast, yeah.
Okay, so what do you need to have turmeric in order for your body to absorb it?
It has to be fat-based.
Yes. So turmeric, very, very powerful anti-inflammatory. So anytime your body is in a state of inflammation, like with a cold or virus or bacteria or...
Turmeric's the way to go.
So we want to have fat. So we have olive oil in here.
And we have coconut.
So the only thing we're not getting in here that is really gonna help your immune system also is protein. This is not a super high protein meal, but if you've heard us before, there are ways to make it a high protein meal.
There is, but I do know that when you are sick, the protein is not as important as the energy that you need to
Correct.
from
fight.
carbs to fight what it is that you have.
Yep.
So
You're so right. So right. Okay. So
you need more carbs when you are sick.
Yep. And this recipe is going to have quite a few naturally, I'm trying to think of, it's not high sugar per se, but it's high good quality complex carbohydrates.
Right. So it's all fibrous carbs.
Yes.
Which is
So they're going to be sustaining, but they're also full of vitamins and minerals. Are you in the States? Kroger and Safeway sell them. Yeah, frozen. Yeah. So check different stores also. Okay. So I'm going to check. So we put some of our roasted veggies in the oven to roast before we started because sometimes those take a little bit longer. Smells?
yes,
Amazing.
delicious. I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper this because we want to layer our seasoning.
Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to use cannellini beans. So these are just white beans. You could use Great Northern beans. So a half a cup of beans has 7 grams of protein. So this does have a little bit. It's got 6 grams of fiber though. So the carbohydrate content in these is very nutrient dense. And we want nutrient dense, especially when we're trying to prep your immune system to be on high alert to protect you this time of year, because those nutrients are what makes your body work well.
Yes.
And when you have dysphagia, you do not have the luxury of assuming you're getting all the right things all the time. So we need different varieties of foods, which is one of the reasons I love this, because this is a little bit different than what we've done in the past.
It is.
Variety, yes, is the spice of life, but is also going to help you stay healthier and keep your immune system strong.
It's very important to be able to eat different things. So for those people that can only drink
Yep.
and are surviving on protein drinks,
Yep.
our goal is to help you find more things that you can drink that includes a lot of these different foods so that your body can benefit from, they say eat the rainbow, right?
Yeah, 100%. And we've got
Your
different
colors.
colors. We have white beans in here. We have orange carrots in here. We have green onions in here. We also are going to add broccoli and acorn squash, which are currently roasting in the oven. So we got fresh broccoli, just oil on it. Did you salt and pepper it?
I did.
I feel like you did, even though I wasn't paying
That's
attention.
when I ran out of the pepper and had to
Got
refill.
it. Okay. So Stephanie has been layering flavor this whole time without me even paying attention because it's just second nature at this point. So our goal is to say it often enough that it becomes second nature to you. So
Yes.
so even though we don't talk about it, it's still happening all the time.
We're going to try to remember to talk about it, though, because
Yes.
it's so important. Because sometimes the things that you eat lose flavor when you have to blend them. So
Yes.
we want to make sure that the flavor is layered in there so that no matter the blending, the flavor will still be there.
Okay, so we're gonna add a teaspoon of turmeric.
This may be a teaspoon right here.
That one maybe.
It's a half. We'll do
A
it
half.
twice.
Perfect. Okay, so turmeric, like I said, powerful anti-inflammatory. It's used often in Indian and other Middle Eastern cuisines. And coincidentally, they have some of the lowest rates of things like cancer because they're getting some of these herbs and spices regularly in their diets that we don't. So yellow,
Bright yellow, too.
bright yellow, bright green. Like I said, all of these different colors that are coming into this soup are really, really important because of the benefits they have for your body. So whether it's blood pressure, whether it's the immune response, whether it's just providing the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to function well, because we don't talk about the fact that you need all those B vitamins. Kara, I'm a little bit sensitive to turmeric also, so I understand. So if you can handle a little bit, stretch it out, right? Only do a little bit. If you can't handle it at all, there are other options. Or just don't add it to this. Like I said, the recipe didn't have that.
Right.
But I think even during Recipe Club, I mentioned adding it to this recipe. I think.
I don't know. My
I'll have to
brain
go
was
back and watch it.
fried on Monday.
Allergic to beans, what can I substitute? Are you allergic to all beans? Is it all legumes? Yes. Okay. I would just say don't add them.
What about like sweet potato or potato?
Could. Yeah. It's just not going to have the same protein content, but you can add, like, if you need the protein, can you add chicken to this instead of the beans? Can you add something like, I'm thinking like slow roasted pork that will puree a little bit smoother, like tenderloin or something like that. If you braise it, it should get soft enough. But chicken, rotisserie chicken, chicken thighs,
Yep.
slow roasted will get a little bit softer. I'm going to be more careful with our coconut milk this time so I don't.
What'd you do last time? I don't remember.
I think I got it everywhere because, you know, that layer on top is solid.
Yep.
In it. I forgot that,
Don't even
that it's all
remember that.
liquid. That's okay. I'm the one that makes the mess most of the time, so I'm trying to be more conscientious of being careful. Okay. How are those looking?
Delicious.
I mean, it smells amazing.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So the other thing I considered adding that I brought that I didn't need to bring because you have a whole bowl of them.
I went to the orchard this weekend.
Yay! What kind did you get? Do you remember?
Those are Honeycrisp.
Okay. There were like 40 different varieties when
Yeah.
I went, and I could not remember what I got.
So the Honeycrisp are about to go out of. So I picked these off the tree, everyone.
Love it.
And
So
for those of you that live in the South, like I did, and never ate an apple directly off of a tree,
missing out.
so different.
Yeah. I grew up, you know, in orchard country, so I would literally steal apples on my way to school and steal apples on my way home from school.
I did not. So I grew up eating oranges off the trees,
See?
but not apples.
never
And
had
I
one.
was never a fan of apples. So now I only like apples in the fall when I can go and pick them myself.
Yes, because apples that you get when you don't live in a place that grows apples, they've been sitting in cold storage for 6
Under
to
nitrogen.
36 months.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's forever. I mean, I grew up there, so I know it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not the same. Honeycrisp are your favorite. Pink Lady are good too.
Yep.
I like Cosmos. I like a good old-fashioned Granny Smith.
I like to make applesauce with Granny Smith.
Yes, because you still have a little bit of texture, but you can get them soft enough
Yep.
if you smash them.
Right.
They hold texture.
And then if you throw 1 or 2 sweeter apples in the batch of Granny Smith cooking applesauce, then you get naturally sweet and you don't have to add anything.
Exactly. So I brought an apple, thinking we could throw an apple in there if this needs some sweetness.
Yes.
And you know that old adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Put it in your soup.
Absolutely.
And then
a
you don't have
great
to
idea.
add sugar or sweetener. You have a naturally occurring sweetener if you want to sweeten this up a little bit. How are those looking? The
Well-
broccoli's looking
I would say it's pretty close.
okay.
They're starting to look toasted on top.
Have it. So I brought an acorn squash, and if any of you are familiar, they're super hard. They take forever to cook. So Stephanie taught me today how to quick cook an acorn squash, which I'm probably going to do every time now because not playing that game again. So can you tell us what we did, since we didn't quite have enough time to do it for everyone?
Right. So we cut it in half and scooped out the seeds, tossed the seeds, and then we put it in a casserole dish and upside down with about a fourth to a half a cup of water. And covered it with saran wrap and put it in the microwave for, I think we did 4 minutes, and then 3 more. So
Okay.
11 minutes.
So it took a fraction of the time that it would have taken in
11
the oven.
minutes. So
Yeah.
then we were able to scoop it out, and now we're roasting it.
So we're still going to get that beautiful flavor
Right.
from the roasting, but
Won't take nearly as long.
usually it takes 45 minutes to an hour in the oven. And yes, you get that roasted flavor, but it takes forever. So
We'll still get the roasted flavor.
we will. So we also have the broccoli, which was just olive oil, salt, pepper, tossed in the oven. One of my favorite ways to do it.
Yep.
And then we also have some bread.
Yes. It called for bread.
Yeah.
Even with beans, because the beans are going to thicken it up. I have a feeling this is going to be a really thick
I think so too.
soup.
But if you're sick, just add a little more water, thin it out, and use it as a soup to drink after you puree it.
Or you could add
Yeah.
bone broth, which would increase your protein,
Yep.
like a chicken bone broth or whatever you like.
I'm going to add our coconut milk now.
Okay, great.
That's how I made a mess before.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But this time I stirred it before I poured it so that it wouldn't splash out everywhere.
Good job.
Thanks. I'm learning.
Acorn squash, yum, yes. Acorn squash is what we've put in here. This is a butternut squash. You could do butternut. This one's actually my favorite, but they're both really good. My kids love acorn squash or butternut squash, so we cooked that a lot when they were kids. So that's how I know the little trick.
And super, super good for you.
Super
Okay.
good for you, yes.
So now we're just going to let this simmer because we want those carrots to get nice and soft.
Yep.
So you could add more liquid to this if you need more liquid.
And we'll see. We may need more.
I kind of want to blend this in layers if you're up for it. So our recipe says Roast until the vegetables are tender and the bread is toasted. Puree the soup and then season with salt and pepper. Divide among your bowls. Drizzle with olive oil on top with the vegetable crouton mixture and remaining green onions. So I think we should puree the broccoli.
Okay.
And I don't know that we're necessarily even going to need to puree the acorn squash because it's already super soft.
Yes, it is.
So we may.
The only thing is that it's stringy.
Let's puree it. Pureed squash always, it blends super well.
Yeah.
So you can use a little bit of broth, you can use a little bit of water, totally up to you. And then we'll just layer this beautifully.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a very cozy fall sounding meal, especially if we put apples in it and even without the apple.
Everything that's in it is just really good for your body.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. And it's also going to be super flavorful and delicious. We need more flavor in our lives. You guys all need more flavor in your life. So just remember, ginger is a little on the spicier side. So we want to, if you're a little more, palate is a little more sensitive, start with a smaller amount of ginger. In this, it should blend really, really nicely so that it's not overwhelming, but just to be conscientious of anyone with a sensitive palate, because some of you do have that sensitivity, whether it's related to texture or flavor or like some spices are hot. And so even though they're not like hot spicy like cayenne, they still like can have that reaction. So I'm thinking of oregano. When we ate the oregano leaves and it was like, oh my goodness, that was hot. It's because oregano is a hot herb. So
it's really spicy.
We want to be conscientious of those things for any of you that are a little bit more sensitive and working your way up to those foods.
Or just use it in moderation. Use tiny, tiny, tiny amounts.
And when we cook it,
it changes it.
It changes it and helps meld a little bit better. So I'm just going to throw away some of my scraps here.
We do have a lot going on here.
I didn't get them thrown away. I was a little bit behind today and also trying not to rush. So, garlic.
That's good.
Put garlic in everything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see. I think we can start blending here.
I think you're right. We absolutely can. Oh, so exciting. And if you want to just do applesauce and have applesauce on the side of this meal, have it on the side.
Put it right here.
All right, I'm going to get us a little bit of water.
And so does the croutons also just need to, like, can we just mix it all together, or do you want it totally separate?
We can do it however we want.
Yeah, we can.
I'm going to go over there and cough real quick. I'll be right back.
You have a microphone on.
I'll turn it off so I don't cough in everybody's ear. What do you think? Do you want to just blend it all together?
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think? Blend it all together, or do you want them separate?
I can't find the off button. It's too close to my eyeballs.
Oh, what's going on here? Together. Okay, one vote for together. So far, that's where we're going with it. So I'm hearing the beans and carrots and all of the goodness just bubbling away back there. And we're going to blend. We had one vote for together.
Okay. Great. I vote for together too then. So can we touch on this concept of don't hold a coffin while we're talking about immunity?
Yeah, you're not working.
I'm not working.
I don't think I am either. Can you guys hear us?
hold on.
Nope.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Check. Check, check.
Mine's on. Is your green light on?
Yep. Well,
Hold on.
bear with us. If I can hear you, you're good, Katie Lynn says. You are funny, sister. Okay. Okay. Yes, yes. They can hear us, is what they're saying. Okay. So I have this cough, which I've been suppressing.
Okay.
And that's not a good thing.
It's never good to suppress a cough, but it's particularly not good to suppress a cough when you're coughing because of the feeling of food.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So the cough is intended to protect you. The cough is intended to move out what should not be in there. So by suppressing a cough, you are keeping yourself sick longer.
Right. So we want you to cough. I don't want to hold it in because A, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's uncomfortable to cough also, but we want you to get whatever's in there out.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to do one with the veggies to top it with, and then we'll do one where we just blend it all together, and I'll see which one I like better.
Okay, deal.
Because you know how I am. I kind of sometimes like
I know.
mix it all together.
I know. Which is funny because most people go, ooh, mixed all together.
I know, but I'm like the jambalaya gumbo girl here.
Anyone who doesn't like that is kind of missing out. So yeah.
Okay. A little bit of water.
More?
Yeah. We roasted the vegetables, so we lost some
moisture. So you can use more coconut milk for this. You can use broth for this. You can use a little bit of apple juice for this. Especially with that bread in there.
Mm-hmm. The bread hasn't even gotten close.
Okay. And if we get it too thin, we'll throw in another piece of bread.
Right.
And that'll thicken it up really nicely.
Even the squash would.
Yeah. So, yeah, this squash is nice and soft.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that flavor is delightful.
The flavor of what did you
squash?
Just
the plain old. I mean, talk about comfort food.
Sorry, folks.
As we blend. Blend again. Blend again.
Blend again. Never feel worried about blending again.
Yeah. I mean, this is a thick mixture. I'm going to give our soup a stir here.
All right. This is going to do it. That did it.
Oh. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, it smells so good.
Smells like broccoli.
It does smell like broccoli.
Which is not the greatest of smells, but that smells good. So
it is sulfury.
All right. Well, this is the topper.
Oh, it's okay. So I think we're probably ready to blend here. It's
Are the carrots soft?
Let's test them out. I think they're soft enough to blend.
Let me just eat one.
They're hot, 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 hot. Oh, you're dangerous.
Oh my, that's yummy.
Yeah?
They're soft enough to blend.
Beautiful. Okay. Oh yeah. The color of this is going to be bright. Okay. So, does it change the flavor if you mix together or separate? I believe it would change the flavor a little bit. You'd get those just different layers if you did just the squash and just the broccoli.
Okay, so we're blending hot here.
Yep.
So I will leave it open.
Lid open. But you want it closed enough where it doesn't splash out and burn you.
This one you have to wait.
Safety.
Child protection.
Safety features.
It's getting thick too.
Those beans.
Yep. I'm actually going to take some of the juice from...
Yeah. Okay. So let's recap. Immune system. We want different foods. So we like garlic, we like ginger, we like onion or green onion. We want different vegetables because each color of vegetable has different benefits for your body and your immune system. So we talked about vitamin C for a hot second at the beginning. This squash has vitamin C in it. This broccoli has vitamin C in it. And they're going to be better absorbed by your body because they are real foods. Whereas a supplement like Emergency is not well absorbed by your body. Right into your ear. I'm sorry, you guys. That was right over my microphone. Try to cough the other way next time. Oh, yeah. So another food or another mineral that is really helpful for your immune system is zinc. Zinc is found in your protein foods like beef, chicken, and seafood.
Okay.
Most people, especially with dysphagia, don't eat a lot of seafood. And so we oftentimes will supplement with zinc. So that's where the supplement Zicam comes in. Zicam has zinc in it. So,
ooh, look how smooth that is.
So beautiful looking.
And it's still...
So a lot of times I will recommend someone take a zinc supplement if they can't get some of those foods in.
There's one.
Oh, so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Look at the color.
It screams fall.
Yes, it does. All right. Let us top. So we are topping with these vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. I'm glad you guys decided to mix those together because I think the orange with the orange would have not been enough contrast.
I wanted to taste it by itself.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
That's good.
And literally, you guys, this is broccoli and acorn squash roasted with olive oil, salt and pepper, and mixed with some water.
And a crouton.
And a crouton. So it's got a little bit of bread that's helping to thicken it. So you can just blend roasted vegetables together and have them in
And we
meal.
added water. You can add bone broth. That will add protein to it.
I mean, this is beautiful.
It's really good. I am going to get a little bit more, and I'm going to mix them together
Okay.
so that we can taste that too. So for someone who doesn't have two
Blenders.
blenders,
You don't need to. Oh my gosh, this is
delicious. I think I might just take this.
super smooth.
It has gotten so big.
Here. So remember, anytime you blend anything that has a starch in it, so this had bread in it, the soup has beans in it, the longer you let it sit,
The thicker.
it's going to get. Yep. Oh my goodness. So this is a great meal. If you're worried about the broccoli not blending smooth enough, you don't have to roast it, or you don't have to roast it for as long, because I know you may be concerned that some of these pieces are a little bit
You can boil it.
crunchy. You can.
If you boil it, or even just cook it in with
The soup.
with the soup, that will make it moist.
Yep. Yep.
This is what I like about these little handheld ones when it starts getting thick.
You just shake it.
You just shake it a little bit, and that helps to
Because
keep
I try
it.
to do that with my Vitamix, but it's this big. And I'm always worried I'm going to strip the gear when I...
Okay, so let's do this. This is the one that you see, and that's so smooth.
I mean, and the color looks good still.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's just a little bit off from this one, but it does just remind me of fall.
Yes, it does. I feel like the soup without the broccoli blended. Well, yeah, the broccoli does have little strings.
So it's got a little bit more texture.
Not a lot though, but I feel like, sorry, I have it now. Don't hold in your cough, okay?
I know. We say don't do it, and then we do it.
My recommendation is cook your broccoli in with your liquid, and I think it will blend smoother. We're all
Cough it up, right?
This meal really doesn't make you cough. I don't know what I just.
You probably got a tickle in your throat. So
Well, it was from food. Touched my vallecula.
that's one of those little areas back there where you don't normally
Right now, I just washed it
food
down.
to go.
It's good.
If the temperature would drop below 90, yes. If it would drop below 90, we finally had that happen. I think overnight it got down to like 43 here last night.
And I had my window open.
I bet you did. I can't do that right now or I will be feeling worse than I'm already feeling.
I was fine as long as I was under the covers. And as soon as I got up this morning, it was pretty chilly.
It was chilly.
So this is delicious. Highly recommend it. The recipe is in for those of you who are part of our membership program. The recipe is in the membership program in the...
It might not be. I have to upload it tonight.
Well, it
I'm
will
behind.
be
I'll get it uploaded
in
tonight.
the membership program in the recipe club files.
Alaska is currently at 48 if you're hot.
That is
Noted.
currently 48, which is probably what, midday there?
It's
time
4
is it?
hours earlier, so it's 2:15 in the afternoon there.
Nice. I do like a good
Brisk.
50-degree day.
Brisk day.
Yes. Perfect.
90 in Colorado, but 40 at night. That's crazy that Colorado is still 90. Yeah. All right, everybody, stay well.
Eat the rainbow.
Eat the rainbow. Yeah, get your herbs and spices in there because all of them have benefits. Get your different varieties of foods. We had fruits, vegetables, and grains. Granted, the bread wasn't a whole grain, but c'est la vie.
It could be done.
It could have been. I just didn't get that kind of bread. So eat the rainbow. Eat varieties of foods.
It really is good altogether, too.
It really is good altogether. I'm a fan.
So if you only have one blender.
Mix it all.
You can cook it all in the same pot even.
Yeah.
The roasted adds a level of flavor, but I think even without that,
Yeah. So
it
true.
would be good.
All right, everybody, stay well. Don't be like me and wait a week to take your Mucinex if you need to, because, Lord, I could have been better like 5 days ago.
Or soup maker. Yeah.
Smart.
Yes, I might have to pick your brain on your soup maker, Marcia.
Yeah,
Very interesting, because I'm a soup kind of person.
I know. I never have been until recently, but I'm digging it, especially right now. So,
All right.
everybody, enjoy, stay well. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Have a great rest of your week.
Yes. Bye, everybody.